Hello there, my name's Andrew Smith and I'm the founder and author of the MLM Summit training resources, which have been set up specifically to show people how to generate income using the internet from home. Now the question that we're going to be addressing today is why bother generating multiple streams of passive residual income with a home business using nothing but the internet and working entirely from the comfort of your own home. Now this may seem like a strange question, but what I want to do today is actually break this down into different steps and show you specifically how this is something that you can achieve with the right training and support and systems in place. Before we do that, I'd just like to introduce myself. My name's Andrew Smith, and as I said previously, I am the author and creator of the MLM Summit training resources. Now this particular website and set of resources have been set up to show people step by step how they can implement different strategies, different marketing tactics and different sales funnels into a business model in order to generate income from home. Now, I came to the network marketing industry some time ago, back in 2006, and if you're familiar with the industry at all, you'll know that people are encouraged to prospect amongst friends, family, people that they come into contact with on a day-to-day basis. And again, if you've had any kind of involvement in the industry, you'll know that this can be stressful, it can lead to rejection, and it can be a painful process of trying to build your business in this way. Now, what I actually found over time was that there were actually people out there that wanted the products and services that I was offering. There was already people that were ideally situated in my target market, and all I had to do was locate those people, and that's where the marketing element of network marketing comes in. Now, twinned with that, we have the power of the internet. Millions of users online looking specifically for businesses, looking specifically for products, and the business model that I managed to develop basically incorporated these elements of network marketing and internet marketing, and that's something that I'm going to show you as we go through this presentation. Now, the reason why I created the MLM Summit training resources was because the network marketing industry in general tends to get a bad press. People see it as an industry where failure rates are quite high and very few people are able to succeed. So what I wanted to do was to create a model whereby anyone who comes into this industry has a clear step-by-step strategy that they can put into place in order to succeed in this type of business. Now, as I said previously, the purpose of this webcast is actually to break down the different elements of a home business, an internet business, and show you how you can put all of these pieces together to build your own successful model and your own successful business. So please do keep listening if that's something that you're interested in doing. So let's just recap. The question that we're answering is why bother generating multiple streams of passive residual income with a home business using nothing but the internet and working entirely from the comfort of your own home. Now, the way that we're going to break this down is into a number of stages. First of all, we're going to look at why business. Why would you be interested in looking at a business rather than looking at a different job or another employed position? And I just want to take you through some of the many benefits there are to owning a business, whether that be in addition to your job or whether it's something you want to do to replace your job. The next element we're going to look at is why home business. Why specifically a home-based business rather than setting up a standard bricks and mortar business out there in the marketplace? We're then going to look at why internet business or why internet marketing specifically, and obviously there's a wealth of people. There's lots and lots of people who now have access to the internet and who are searching for products and services online. And I just want to kind of elaborate on that and show you where the power of the internet comes in your own marketing business model. We're then going to look at the importance of multiple income streams. Why do you want multiple income streams rather than just relying on one single income stream? And then after we've covered all of those questions, we're going to look at the solution. I'm going to show you the exact model that I've been using to build my own internet business, incorporating 15 plus income streams. Okay, so the first question that I want to address is why business. Now, this is a principle that I learned primarily through Robert Kiyosaki's Cash Flow Quadrant books. Now, there's a number of different books in this particular series. There's Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Rich Dad's Guide to Investing, and the Cash Flow Quadrant book itself. And what this book does is it actually explains in very, very clear details why the ideal of finding a safe, secure job may not actually bring about the financial outcome that you're looking for. And it also explores the idea that maybe the safe, secure job isn't as safe and secure as you might imagine. So this is Robert Kiyosaki's Cash Flow Quadrant. Now, if we start off up here in the top left hand corner, this is employees. This is if you have a job, if you're working for someone else and you have a boss who manages you and looks over and oversees the work that you're doing. Now, the other component on the left hand side of the quadrant is for self-employed people. If you've set up your own self-employed business, and there really is a very important distinction between being self-employed and being a business owner, which I'll come on to in a second. But so if you're self-employed, you've set up your own business, maybe you charge an hourly fee, maybe you're a consultant, and there's a number of different self-employed positions. Now, as we move across to the right-hand side of the quadrant, we've got our business owners, people who own their own business, people who have their own employees, people who have either a system or people working for them, as it states there. And then the I is investors. Now, the important thing to realize here is that if you're on the left-hand side of the quadrant, if you're here, if you're either an employee or you're self-employed, you're actually trading your time for money. You'll have a fixed hourly rate or a fixed salary, and regardless of how hard you work or how efficiently you work, you're still going to get paid the same wage. With being self-employed, you have a little bit more flexibility because you can choose your hours and that kind of thing, but there still is this element of trading time for money. Now, on the right-hand side of the quadrant, things are slightly different. On the right-hand side of the quadrant, you have what's called leverage. Now, if you're a business owner, then you might be leveraging systems, you might be leveraging off the efforts of others, and you might be leveraging off work that you've previously done. And this is a big part of internet marketing, doing something once and getting paid time and time again for that work. And the same is true for investors. The difference with an investor is rather than investing time into their business and rather than having people and systems work for them, it's actually the money that's working for them. So they invest a sum of money and allow someone else to do the work in order to generate return or generate revenue off of that money.